exhaling as you side bend. If crisscross is hard to do in this seated position, you can send those legs out, the slight bend of the knees, or a diamond pose. Still reaching those arms up. Inhale, right arm goes to the left, plant that left arm into the mat. Press that right sits bone back. Inhaling, place that right hand down into the mat. Exhale, and lift that left arm up to ear. Last time, bringing both arms up. Thumbs come to third eye as you gently do a back bend. Lift your head back, and then exhale, forward fold, bowing down. Dropping your chin to chest. Just noticing how you feel when you're starting class today. Inhaling in through the nose. Fill that belly up and exhaling out through the mouth. Pulling the navel to the spine. Inhale in this Vinyasa. We inhale on the breath in and we exhale on the breath out. Forward fold on the breath out. Inhale, lengthen up, rooting down through those sits bones. Exhale, thumbs come to third eye. Forward fold and just hang right here for 3 breaths. If you can't meet your feet or knees, you can use those blocks or stack your fists one at a time. Just dropping your chin to chest forms bone growth. So you don't have to switch ways, but I'll be switching ways for profile. Dropping chin to chest. Inhaling here and exhaling. Hey, Michelle. Pulling the belly in, navel to spine. As you exhale out, fill the belly up as you inhale and lengthen. And just bringing those hands to heart center. And just focusing right now on our breath. Again, how you feel to the start of the day. Taking a moment to focus on you, leaving everything at the door. Reaching tall through the crown of your head. Rolling the shoulders down your back. Just find your intention of the practice this morning. Breathing in. Exhale out through the mouth. 4 more breaths. As if you're fogging up the mirror on the exhale and as if you're smelling the flowers on the inhale. And if you do practice that Ujjayi breath, breathing in through your nose to keep that oceanic breath within you, seal those lips first as you breathe out through the nose. Still rounding your mouth as if you're fogging up the mirror, but keeping those lips sealed. Inhaling in, offer your intention up. Exhale and forward fold, bow down and see if you're any further in that forward fold. Maybe you can change that block up. Okay, keep going. I'm just moving my mat further back so you can all see. And then gently staying in that forward fold, walk your hands over to the left side of your mat, pressing that right hip to heel. Feeling that stretch underneath that right armpit. Fill that right lung up to expand that right rib cage. Stretching the muscles over on the right. And then inhale, peek forward, looking up in a flat back. And walk your hands left, right, over to the right side of the mat as you stretch that left arm out. Inhale. And then exhale, pull that left shoulder down in your pocket. Pulling that left sits bone back. Feeling the stretch. And the muscles underneath that left underarm, fill the belly up. Expand the rib cage and the left side of your lungs. And then gently walk your hands back towards the center, raising those arms up, bicep to ears, and a gentle twist, taking that left hand behind you like a second spine, and that right hand over to the left thigh. Twist your heart towards your left. Inhale, pressing the right sits bone back. Exhale, feel that ringing out of your body. And bring that eye gaze forward over your front shoulder. Inhale, lengthen, tall through the crown. biceps to ears. Hi. Inhale, we're just doing gentle twist, Ellen. Taking that right arm down behind you like a second spine. Exhale, left hand goes to right thigh. Inhale, lifting tall through the spine. Twist towards the leg that your arms are on that side, so that right side. Inhale, lift tall through the crown, and then eye gaze goes back over that front shoulder. Maybe dropping that ear down to the shoulder rather than bringing the shoulder up to the ear. Inhale, raising those arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bow down one more time to see if you're any looser. Dropping the chin to chest, or use that block, forehead on the block. Inhale, one more time, raising those arms up. Exhale, taking that left hand behind you like a second spine, right behind the sits bone. So right here, and that right hand behind you. Inhale here. Good, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, pressing those hips forward if that's possible, and your knees to stretch out those hip flexors. Open up your heart and your throat chakra. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, drop the hips back down, raising that right bicep to ear, and then that left. Exhale, forward fold, bowing down. So my right leg is on top on that one. So we'll do that one more time for those of you that are going to be just stepping on. Inhale. Don't worry, you're not missing too much. Just, it was a confusing time. Good. Inhale, taking your right leg into bow pose. And stretch that right leg up for a nice hamstring stretch. So extend that right leg up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. And then press that right leg down and then hug that left knee in. Extend it up. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, bend that left knee down. Hugging the backs of your knees to start. Drop your nose to knee. Pull the belly to spine. Inhale through the nose. Sealing those lips with that ujjayi breath. Exhale out through the nose. Inhale, raising those arms up. Exhale, we're going to do that same thing on the other side. Bringing your hands to heart center. Taking your left leg on top of your right, if that's possible for your knees, and that right heel underneath your left knee. Raising those arms up. Inhale. Feeling that stretch in the hip of the top foot. Biceps ears. Exhale, forward fold, bowing down. Inhaling, dropping the chin to chest as you gently walk your hands in front of that right knee, pressing that left sits bone back. So for those of you real quick that just joined, it was a 9:30 start time, so I kind of started at like 9:38. So we're just doing the other side, stretching our hips, and then we'll go into the flow all together. So don't worry, didn't miss out. Exhale, we're just doing some extra stretching, and we'll go to 10:45. If you have to leave, go ahead. And I'm Ann. If you don't know me, subbing for Lori. Gently walk your hands over to the left side as you press that right sits bone back. Inhale, breathing through that right rib cage, expanding the lungs, the breath, walking your hands back. Inhale as you lengthen, fill that belly up. Exhale, pull the navel to spine as you bow down, forward fold. Dropping your chin to chest. Inhale, raising it back up. Exhale, just gently take that right hand behind you and then that left. Second spine and third spine. Right under your sits bones. And then lift the hips forward. Pressing those hips forward. Inhale, lengthening. Opening that heart chakra, that throat chakra. Drop your head back. Feel that stretch in the hip flexors, and then exhale, drop those hips down as you raise your arms up. Bringing the hands to heart center again. Inhaling here. Just dropping the chin to chest. And then taking it over to your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, drop that left ear to shoulder. Taking your left hand on top of the outside of the right side of your head. Just feeling that lengthening on the right side of your neck. Pressing that right hand into the earth. Inhaling here. Maybe closing those eyes if that helps. And then exhale, taking that left hand right next to your left sits bone or hip, dropping the chin to chest, dropping right ear to shoulder. Roll the shoulders back. Notice if your head is tilted forward, try to tilt it back and bring that right shoulder away from your ear, taking that right hand on the top of the left side of your head and feel that stretch. Exhale, press that left hand into the earth. Gentle neck stretch before we start moving. Inhaling here. One more time. Energize through those arms, pressing them into the earth. Exhale, lift those hips forward. Feeling that hip stretch of the top hip, maybe more. Notice if you're kind of cockeyed. Exhale, pull the belly to spine and coming into your boat pose. So modify, hug that left knee in first. Inhale, leg is at tabletop or here, and then bring that right leg. Extend that left leg up for a nice hamstring stretch. Flexing the toes back to engage your belly muscles. Inhale, hugging that knee in or that thigh in. Point that toe and then find your way to tabletop or making that 90-degree angle with that left knee. And then exhale, lift that right leg to meet it. Your modified boat pose is here, or heels are high, toes are down. And you can always drop down here. Exhale, and you're gonna hug those knees in as you break. Inhale and lengthen tall, finding your boat pose. So we're gonna warm up with some abs. Exhale, lowering down all the way onto your mat. Inhale, lengthening, arms go over your head. Exhale, scoop that belly, raise up into your boat pose. Maybe one leg at a time and then the other. Inhale, lift your heart up. Extend if you're feeling warmed up enough. Or just cap those knees with your hands. And then exhale, gently roll down for 4 counts. Extend those legs, maybe 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lengthen arms over your head, biceps ears. Exhale, scoop the belly out of here. Sorry. Roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow down, forward fold. Raise on up, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, roll down. Out of here, Lily. Say hi. 2, 3, 4. Doing that one more time and just stay laying down. Pulling that right wrist, we're going to do a mount sun salutation grounded. Pulling right wrist over to your left while you're laying on the mat. Keeping that right shoulder back and bend elbow, take right leg across your left ankle. Feel that nice stretch like a palm tree. Inhale, fill that right rib cage up. And then exhale, just switching sides, pulling that left wrist over to your right with your right hand, taking left leg over to the right, crossing that ankle. Inhale, fill up that left lung, expand that left rib cage, roll that left shoulder down. And exhale, we should feel warm enough to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, finding our hands and knees position or tabletop. So bringing those hands underneath your heart and your knees underneath your hips. Inhale, lifting your heart up to the sky where the ceiling and the wall meet. And that tailbone up like a happy dog wagging its tail. Exhale, tuck that tailbone, head goes in between your arms, pull the belly button to spine. Exhale on your scary Halloween cat. Really expanding that back of the ribs. Inhale, opening up your heart, dropping your belly down. And just feel that wave of movement of the spine. So your spine is making a movement. Exhale on arch, the belly button arch to ceiling. Inhale here. Exhale, up, belly button goes up to the sky. Inhale, it lowers. Good. Just 2 or 3 more times. Really feeling that stretch, especially with the cold today. Inhale, lengthening. And you can add a rock into child's pose. All the way back, knowing you can take a resting position at any time during this practice. So hips go to heels, knees go wide. Child's pose. At any time you can take this rest during the practice. We will begin to add in our Vinyasa breath, which is one breath to one movement. If you've never done it, it's a flow. You're going to inhale through the nose as if you're smelling the flowers. You can exhale out through the mouth and lift your hips forward, coming into up dog. Exhale forward, lifting those knees off maybe and tucking those toes. I'm going to do it like an angle so you can see that. So this is more modified. This is a little bit more athletic. Rolling the shoulders back and then drop those knees wide. Exhale, forward fold or child's pose. Inhale, peek forward and bring your hands over, heart over your hands and up dog. Maybe dropping those knees down to feel that back, small the back. Compress. And then on that next one, find your way down dog. Tuck your toes under. Send your hips back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Head goes in between your arms in that inverted V. Inhale, lengthening as if I'm pulling your tailbone up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Perhaps walking your feet a little bit forward. Notice if they're turned out, try to have your second toe in line with your knee like railroad track. Pressing those arms, the heels of the hands into the earth so it's out of your wrist, and then softening in those elbows. Just feel that down dog and the earth beneath you. Inhale, lengthening, maybe bending your knees a lot to stretch those hamstrings. Peek forward, exhale, baby step your feet to the top of your mat, one at a time. Inhale, hands can come to shins, bend your knees a lot like a figure 7. Good, exhale, root to rise up to mountain. Inhaling here, rolling your shoulders in your back pocket, palms face you. Exhale, raise your arms up, bicep to ears, pulling that right wrist over to the left. Dropping that left arm down. Inhale in the side bend. Exhale, pull left wrist over to the right, dropping that right hand down. Inhaling it back to center, bringing those hands to heart center. Remembering that intention, pulling the belly to spine as you roll down one vertebrae at a time. Forward fold. Notice if you can touch the floor or where you fall. If you can't, bend your knees a lot. Hugging the backs of your knees, just give your heart a hug. Inhale, fill the belly up. Exhale, pull the belly away. That oceanic wave, if you want to practice that Ujjayi breath. Inhale, peek forward in a half back bend. Exhale, pull the belly away. Seal your lips as you exhale out. Through the nose, inhaling in through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. Keeping that oceanic wave in your spine and that breath. And we will begin. Inhale, root to rise up. Sun salutation A. Pulling your right wrist over to the left side of the mat. Dropping that left arm down, sending the weight in that right foot. Inhaling it back through the center. Exhale, pull left wrist over to the right. Dropping that right arm down. Inhaling it back. Taking the hands behind you at your sacrum. Pull that tailbone down as you lift your heart up. Exhale, shine your heart as you forward fold, bowing down. Plant those hands onto the mat or a block if you need to. Stepping that right leg back for your low runner's lunge. Inhale, keeping that hip up if you want, or all the way down to feel that stretch on this first round. Stretching that back leg hip flexor. Inhale, lifting arms up into grounded warrior. Feeling that nice stretch, that warm up. Pull the belly in, exhale, quarter split, straightening your left front leg. Shift your weight back over your right knee. Framing your front leg. So sometimes I need to use the blocks for this if I'm super tight. So block on each side at your knee is a good modification right here. Again, I'll be switching profile view just so you guys can see what I'm doing, but you don't have to move. Pointing the toe as you inhale, fill the belly up. Exhale, pull the toes back, flex the toes. So inhale, pointing the toes, feel that hamstring stretch. Exhale and flex back. And gently from there, just walk your hands forward around that left front leg. Tuck the right toes under. Step that left leg back without dragging the toes. Chaturanga Dandasana. So high plank to low. Drop to those knees if you need to. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale on the way down. Chin to chest. Elbows shade the rib cage. Roll your shoulders back into cobra. Press your cobra tail into the mat. Inhale, taking those hands off. Only in a no hands cobra. Press your cobra tail down. Exhale, press those hands into the mat as you lift your heart up to the sun. Inhale, making your way to child's pose or down dog. Tuck the toes under. Lift your hips back using your abdominal muscles up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Inverted V. Walking your feet a little closer to get those heels grounded. Shifting your weight into that right leg. Maybe release that left heel and bend that left knee. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, shift your weight into that left heel as you release that right heel and bend that right knee. And eventually that will become a three-legged dog. So shifting your weight back to the right foot. Float that left leg straight back. Just to feel that stretch in the right leg. Inhale. Notice if your left foot wants to turn out in that down dog. Inhale, lengthen through. And then exhale, shift your weight into your hands. Hug that left knee forward. Tap your heart or elbow. Inhale, send it back to three-legged dog. Slow and controlled, lengthening, pressing the ball of the foot into the wall where the ceiling and the wall meet. Exhale, hug your left knee to right elbow. Shift your weight in your hands. And inhale, lengthen it back. And on that next step, you're going to step that left foot forward in between your hands. Drop back to where we started. Dropping that right knee down, grounded warrior. Rise up, inhale here. Feel that lengthening, shoulders come down your spine. If it's all in your neck and shoulders, drop those elbows lower than your shoulders and tilt those fingers back for an opening. From there, just try to stand up in that lunge, that crescent warrior, and float that right leg back to meet your left. Finding your way to volcano, raising those arms up to the sky. Inhale, pull that right wrist over to the left. Left arm goes down. Exhale, I know I'm kind of off screen, but pull left wrist over to the right, dropping that right hand down. We do this between each side if you're new to my class. And bringing those hands to heart center, or find that vine behind you, pull the tailbone down. Shine your heart forward, fold. Bowing down. Feel that belly on your thighs. Inhale, hands come to shins, peek forward, half back bend, or figure seven. This time we're gonna frame your right foot as you step that left leg back first. In the low runner's lunge, inhale, lengthening here. Some people, it might feel better to stay upright here, or drop that left knee down and rise up in a grounded warrior, depending on your hip flexor tightness. Inhale, lengthen here. Rolling the shoulders down your spine to find your cactus arms and opening up, tilting the fingers towards the back wall. Inhale. Good. Feel that strength underneath the armpits, and then exhale, shift your weight back over that left knee, straighten that right leg, quarter splits. Pull the belly to spine here. Using those blocks if you need to, if you're tight. Pointing the toe as you inhale, fill the belly up. And the breath, and then exhale, pull the belly to spine as you pull the toes back. So you should really feel that in the front leg hamstring. Inhale, fill that belly up. Through the nose, exhaling it out. Maybe dropping deeper if your body allows that. Inhale, fill it up one more time. Exhale, maybe dropping your heart lower. Beautiful. And then from there, we will just walk our hands back forward, framing that right foot, tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee off. Without dragging the right toes, try to take that right foot back to meet your left for Chaturanga Dandasana or Vinyasa. So it's high to low push-up. Totally okay on the knees. Exhale, lower your heart down, your chin, your chest. Inhale into Cobra. So you look like a cobra snake. Your tail is pressing into the mat. Lift those hands off. Taking the hands behind you this time for a bind to stretch out those shoulders. Dropping that left cheek to earth. Inhale, press your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, pull the belly to spine and lift your torso up. Bringing your head through the center, drop that right cheek to earth this time. Bend those elbows, let your hands lay in the small of your back. On the inhale, pull the belly to spine, feel your belly and the small of the back pull up, and then exhale, press your hands up to the ceiling and the wall as you lift your torso up. Lowering down left cheek one more time. Inhale, bend those elbows, let hands sit in the small of your back. Exhale, pull the belly to spine as you tuck that tailbone, pulling those arms up and bringing those hands back into your cobra underneath your shoulders, lift and up dog. So inhaling, press your hands into the earth. Exhale, lift into up dog. Good. Inhale, shine your heart up to the snow. Exhale, using your belly breath, lift those hips back into down dog. Tucking that right foot under and then that left toe under, making your way to inverted V. Inhale, lengthening, shifting your weight into that right foot. Bend that left knee, release that left heel. Exhale as you shift your weight into the left foot, bend that right knee, release that right heel. This time pressing that right foot up first into the ceiling and the wall behind you. So three-legged dog. Inhale, lengthen. You're feeling that stretch in the left calf. Left hamstring maybe. Lengthening, noticing if that right inner thigh wants to turn. Try to really rotate your right leg so that the inner thigh is up to the ceiling, keeping it in a neutral position and not the scorpion tail just yet. Inhale, feel that length. Exhale, shift your weight into the hands as you hug right knee to elbow forward, hug your heart. Inhale, and then shift your weight back to that left foot as you send that right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale as you hug right knee over to left elbow. Pull the belly to spine, hug your heart. Inhale, sending it back. This time stepping that right foot in between the hands at the top of your mat, framing your right foot with your hands. Find your way to crescent warrior, rising up. Inhale, lengthen. So crescent warrior, hips are square. It's like a high lunge. Bringing those elbows down into cactus or field goal. Inhale, lengthening here. Good. Exhale, from here, push all your weight in your right foot. Float your left leg forward to step to meet your right. Inhale, begin again in our Vinyasa. One more sun salutation, right over left. A, drop that left hand down. Inhale, bend it back. Straighten it up. Exhale, left over to the right, dropping that right hand down. Inhaling, bring it back up. Exhale, maybe pulling the tailbone down. Reverse swan dive. This is a little more core with your hands behind you. Pull the belly to spine. Forward fold, bow down. Notice if you're any closer, maybe two fingers width apart, cuffing those elbows to feel that nice stretch. Let your head hang before we go into it. Maybe gently shaking your head no. Just noticing how we feel before we start our flow. We're gonna step, float, or hop. Right foot to back of the mat, left meets it. Exhale, step, float, or hop. Inhale, feeling your body start to warm up. Exhale, high to low push-up, chaturanga, dandasana. Inhale into up dog. Lifting your heart up or stay in a low cobra if it's in your shoulders. And then exhale, tuck your toes. Send your hips back down, dog, inverted V. Inhaling, sinking that right heel into the earth. And bend that left knee, that left heel. Exhale, sinking that left heel into the earth. And this time, extend that right leg up. Straight, three-legged dog. From there, bend that right knee and stack that right hip into scorpion tail. If you can, peeking under that right armpit. Inhale, lengthen through that hip. Exhale, right knee to elbow, come forward in your plank. Hug your heart. Shift your weight back to the left foot, scorpion tail. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, shift your weight into your hands, right knee to left elbow, hug your heart. So we'll do that every time. Or if you choose to flip your dog, you can do that during the elbow, kissing the knee, kissing elbow. And now step your right foot to right hand, spin that left heel down for warrior one, rising up. So, warrior one, right leg is in front, hips are square, bringing those arms down. Inhale here. Pulling that tailbone down. That left heel's in line with the right foot, but the toes are a little bit out, like 45 degrees to be safe on your knees. Exhale, bow down over that front right leg. Inhale, pull the arms up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Turning your heart to the left, right arm in front, left arm in back. So for today, I'm just gonna work left to right and not front to back, because we're on Zoom. Paint the right fingertips, paint the sky, reverse that warrior. Inhale, lengthen. Left hand can come on that hip to support, or all the way down. And then exhale, revolve it. Right hand goes behind you as you float your left heel into crescent warrior, and your left arm goes in front. Inhale, so probably turning to the back, feeling that stretch. Paint the sky with the left fingertips. Drop that left knee down. That's an option. You can just stay holding if you want. And then you're ready for a revolved half moon. So if you have a block near, you want to grab that block with your left hand. Inhale, and then you're gonna stand up if you need to first. Reach your left hand on the railroad track that your left foot would be, a footprint in front of your right foot to find your revolved half moon, and then float that left leg behind you as your left arm forward folds. So your hips are square here. Your hand is just below your shoulder. Maybe you can go lower with the block or even without a block. Inhale on one side. You're gonna twist your heart to the right, and then maybe raise that right arm up to the sky. Squeezing that left inner thigh like you're pressing that left foot into the wall behind you. Inhale, lengthen in this revolved half moon. And then from there, just close it out, closing that right hand down, stepping that left foot back, and take that right foot to meet it, chaturanga, and we'll add on each time, rolling the shoulders back. Inhale, lengthen, Vinyasa, meaning high to low push-up. Exhale on the way down. Inhale, roll your shoulders back into up dog. Taking those knees on or off. Exhale, lift those hips into down dog. Inverted V. And we will do the same thing we just did on the left leg beginning. So shifting your weight into that left foot this time. Bend and release that right knee and heel. Lengthen, press your right heel into the earth as you float that left leg behind you in your three-legged dog. The foot should be like where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe walk your hands a little further back, closer to your legs to get a deeper, more intense stretch. Inhale here. Bend that left knee and stack it on top of your right as you peek under left armpit for scorpion tail. Inhale, lengthening through. Exhale from here. Bring that left knee forward and tap your elbows. You shift your weight into your hands. And then shift your weight back to your right foot. Scorpion tail. Inhale, lengthen. Opening up that left hip. Doing that same thing. Left knee goes to right elbow. Shift your weight in your hands. Twist your spine. Inhale, sending it back. Good. Exhale from here, step into warrior one. So left foot comes up to left hand on railroad track, spin the right heel down, rising up. I'm just gonna show you a little bit like that. So bending in that left knee, warrior one. My hips wanna be kind of at a diagonal, so using your obliques to twist, and your hips are hard and square forward. Inhale here, taking your hands behind you, bow down, humble warrior. Dropping your chin to chest, you're gonna feel this in that quad, in that core. Turn your heart here to the right. So I'm over on this side now. Turn your heart to the right, raise your left arm over your left leg and your right arm back. Good. Inhaling here, warrior two. Watch the knee here, don't let it go too far past your ankle. Move your feet. If you feel your knee, that back leg might be too far, so heel toed in. And then tuck that tailbone under and feel that more in the inner thighs lengthening. Inhale, lengthen, good. Paint the sky, reverse it with the left arm back, and the right hand can go to hip. You might feel that right inner thigh if you're sore. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, revolve it. Left hand goes behind you as your right arm goes in front. Float that right heel. You're in your crescent warrior again, or a high lunge. The twist is in your heart. So inhale here, this might be enough. Your feet are on railroad tracks, left and right. Raising that right bicep to ear, preparing for revolved half moon. So you paint the sky with the right hand up. You can drop that right knee down. Inhale to make it more athletic. And then kick into revolved half moon. When you're down here, grab that block if you have one as an extension of your right fingertips. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. Maybe forward fold first here. Place that block as if it's your right foot and it's a footprint in front of your left foot. Exhale, use that block root through the left leg as you float that right leg behind you. Your right arm reaches forward in that forward fold. Turning that right inner thigh up to the ceiling so our hips are square. Inhale here. Your left hand can be on your hip. Just eye gaze and heart turn to the left. Maybe that's enough of a twist. And then raise that left arm up to the ceiling. So stay there. I'm just going to show this way. You're here. This is your modify. Just twisting is enough right there. And then maybe floating that right leg up. You're really feeling that front left inner thigh. Inhaling and exhaling. Closing it out. So if we fall, we just fall into standing splits. Raise that right leg up high. Inhale here. And we step that right leg back and that left to meet it. So we're back on the other side of the mat, right leg back, left meets it. Inhale, lengthen, roll your shoulders back, chaturanga. High to low push-up. Inhaling up, dog. Feel that back compression. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Step, float, or hop to the top of the mat or left foot to right. So if you want to hop, you bend your knees maybe a couple times and hop. Or try it big hop. Inhale here. Bend your knees like a jackrabbit. Hop forward. Inhale halfway, figure 7. Exhale, root to rise. So we're just going to be going to one side of the mat and then the other. Inhaling from here. This time adding our sun B. We're going to bring our hands to heart center. Sit in our chair pose. So tucking that tailbone. If you have a block, grab it between your knees. Inhale, holding that chair pose. The weight is in the heels. The toes are together and the heels are splayed a little bit. If you can, rolling the shoulders back. Hooking your right elbow to left knee. Feel that twist. Pull that right knee back. Inhale, lengthening through those arms. Exhale, feeling that body ring out. Inhale, back to center. Lift those heels 3 times. Exhale, 2, inhale, and 1. Root those heels down. Find your chair for air and hook left elbow to right knee. This time pulling that left knee back. Inhaling, lengthening in those arms. Left arm goes down to right ankle. Right arm goes up to the ceiling. Eye gaze goes down if it's in your neck. Exhale from there. 3 heel raises. So elbows go back. Extend those arms in a tricep. 3. Inhale, exhale, 2, and 1. Forward fold. Release all of that tension. Dropping your eye gaze down, your chin to chest. Your eye gaze is kind of at your mid-shins, just below your knees possibly. Maybe if this is easy for you, you can tuck your hands underneath your feet and massage your wrists with your toes. And that's a little bit more intense hamstring stretch. And then inhale, peek forward to get that lengthening in the low back. Exhale, maybe that cold hasn't done you very well today and you're extra tight like me. Step, float, or hop. Right foot to back of the mat or hop. Left meets it. Inhale, lengthen. Holding that plank, squeezing that block if you can, or a pillow or something at home. High to low push-up. So exhale, go until your shoulders don't roll forward. When they roll forward, you've gone too far on that chaturanga. It's a 90-degree angle between your elbow, your upper arm, and your lower arm. Inhale, belly to the earth. Just lifting your cobra push-up, lowering your right cheek to the earth. Inhale, lifting up your head to the sky. Compressing that low back. Lower that left cheek to earth as you lower your belly down. Squeezing that cobra tail into the mat. So watching my shoulders roll here. Need to roll them back and maybe take my hands out a little wider than my mat or body, depending on your posture. Exhale. I want those elbows to stay behind you. Pull the belly to spine like I'm sliding a sheet of paper underneath you. Exhale and lift up. So it's out of the rotator cuff. Inhale, lower right cheek to earth. Inhale, safe rotator cuff practice. One more time. Lifting up. Up dog, tuck those tailbones into down dog. Exhale, lift those hips back. Sink those heels into the earth or walk your feet into that inverted V. Inhale, removing that block back to the top of the mat. Float or flip your right leg. So right leg flips to left side of the mat. Inhale, open up that right arm. Feeling that left shoulder stretch. Drop the hips down, inhale. Exhale, kick right leg back and meet in three-legged dog. So you can try that one again, or in place of that, that's when we do the right knee to elbow. And we send it back, works your abs, and right knee to left. Or you can do one of each. Inhale, lengthen. Either way, just meet in three-legged dog. And then step that right foot to right hand, that left heel meets, rolls down and meets you. So really, I'm facing this way if you're at home. Inhale, lengthen for going side to side. Exhale, humble warrior. Pull those hands down and over that right leg, warrior. So we're in warrior one and then humble warrior. Turn your heart to the left, raise up right hand over right leg, left hand behind you, warrior one. So same arm, same leg. Paint the sky with the right hand. Reverse your warrior one on the right. Inhale. Exhale, revolve it. Right hand goes back, left arm goes in front. You're in that crescent warrior, that high lunge, and you're twisting through your heart. Inhale, paint the sky with the left fingertips, bicep to ear. Drop that left knee down, inhale. Grab that block if you need to with your left hand. Fingertips. Find your way to revolved half move. So left hand goes about a footprint in front of your right foot on that left railroad track. Float that left leg. And your torso is parallel to the floor. Your right hand can be at your hip. Energize through that left foot. Turn your heart to the right. Revolve that half moon. Inhale, lengthening here. Adding on to this, we're going to add on a awkward dancer, so a bind. If you can, either grab your left foot with your right hand and then rise up, bringing that block with you. Awkward dancer. Or you can stand up first and then find your way to awkward dancer. Inhale, lengthen. And then from there, finding your way to tree. So release that bind, that left foot goes to right calf. Finding your way to tree pose. Inhaling here. And then sinking into standing pigeon, left ankle goes around right thigh, forward fold over. So it's a seated chair pose or pigeon, or figure four with your legs. Using the wall is also perfectly fine. Feeling and stretching that left hip from here. Inhaling and exhaling. So we did this flow a little bit on Saturday if you were with me. And then from there, rise up into single leg chair. And then cross. Yep, you're good. Crossing that left ankle that's already across, meet it to the right pinky toes. Inhale, lengthen tall. And that is your forward fold stretch. Exhale, bow down, forward fold. Feeling that right leg stretch, the back of the right leg stretch. Inhale here. Exhale, couple breaths. Inhale, peeking forward. Lift your head up, you're halfway. And then just step, float, or hop, right foot to back of the mat, left meets it. Chaturanga Dandasana, Vinyasa, high to low. Exhale, lowering down. We will do the same thing on the left. Inhale first, roll your shoulders back in that cobra and adjust your hands wider so the elbows stay pressing back. Hold the belly to spine, exhale. Lift in the cobra, push up one. Lower that left cheek to earth as you lower your torso down, inhale. Exhale, lift up to neutral and lower that right cheek down. Inhale from here, tuck those toes, making your way to down dog. So lifting up dog first, inhale. Tuck the toes and exhale, use your belly to lift into down dog, inverted V. Float or flip your dog. So three-legged dog first. Float that left leg, inhale. You can hug your knee to elbow or flip your dog. Left foot goes to right side of the mat. Opening up the right shoulder girdle. Inhale, lengthen. Good. Dropping those hips down. Exhale, kicking back. Up to three-legged dog or meet there. And hold it. Inhale, lengthen here. So you can flip your dog one more time. Try it, or hug left knee to left elbow. Shift your weight in your hands. Shift it back to your foot on that scorpion tail, opening up that left hip. Left knee hugs your right elbow. Inhale, sending it back. Stepping that left foot to left hand, warrior one. Spin that right heel down. Rising up. Inhale, lengthen. Shh. Please write me a note and slip it under the door. Holding that warrior one. Bow down, humble warrior over your left leg. So I'm just going to show you the front side. You're on your left side of the mat. Turning your heart to the right. Warrior two. Left arm goes in front, right arm goes behind you. Really energizing those inner thighs. Good. Inhale. Lengthen. Paint the sky with the left fingertips. Right hand to hip. Exhale. Left hand goes behind you. Reverse your warrior or upward. So it's crescent warriors at high lunge. And they twist your heart to the left. Right arm goes in front. Left arm back. Maybe that's enough. Or paint the sky with the right fingertips. Drop that right knee down. Inhale. Feel that stretch. Grab your block going into revolved half moon. Right hand goes down on the mat. Float the right leg back. Can you write me a note, please? Squaring those inner thighs. Sorry, everyone. So maybe that is too hard. That's okay. Just going into your standing splits is enough to feel the stretch of that left hamstring from here. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, close it out. Placing that left hand, that back hand on the mat. Bend that right knee. Find your way to awkward dancer. Grab that bind if you can. Left hand to right foot. And rise up. Inhale here. Awkward just means you're grabbing your foot with the opposite hand. Right? For dancer. So here. And notice your foot wants to go really wide. Try to keep your quads square forward. Inhale here. Whatever way you get there is your journey, and that's the beautiful part of yoga. You can stand up first and then find the bind and find your balance, softening that left knee, finding your way to tree pose, right foot to left calf. Inhale, lengthen, tall. Rolling those shoulders in your back pocket, really softening that standing left leg knee. So it's safe on the muscle of the joints and more in the muscle. If you can, take that to the next level. Take your right ankle over your left quad for single leg chair pose or figure four, I call it. Flexing that foot. Using the block here as an extension of your fingers or a wall. Forward fold. It's a standing pigeon. So you're really stretching out that hip of the leg that's across you. Inhale, or single leg chair. You're really working that left leg. Using that wall, or if you can, bringing those hands to heart center, tuck that tailbone under. Inhale. Hold the belly to spine, and then maybe find a forward fold if that's possible in this. We did a figure four crow pose on Saturday. So if you'd like to try it, we'll do that the next round. Or we just rise back up and then squeeze that right foot on the outside of the left. Pinky toes connect. Inhale here. So my right leg is in front of my left. Exhale, forward fold. Stretching out your left hamstring this time. Using that block as an extension of your fingers and toes. Inhale here. Eye gaze goes forward and a flat back to make it a little bit more intense. So a figure seven verse. A rounding of the spine. Inhale. Fill your belly up. Exhale, pull the belly away. And chaturanga. Step that left foot back. Step that right leg to meet it. High to low push up. Give me a moment while I figure out what my kids need. Make your way to down dog or child's pose for 3 breaths. What do you need, buddy? What do you need? doing 2 more breaths. Down dog or child's pose. Oh my God, what happened?
Mommy, didn't you say
What happened? Get out. You're being terrible. Oh my God, get out. I need the battery charger. All right, so Vinyasa, back to exhale into down dog. Walking your hands to the right, over to the left. Inhaling. Float or flip your dog on the right. Exhaling, knee to nose. Oh my gosh. Step right foot into right hand, spin that left heel down, rise up, warrior 1. Opening up.